Hello everybody, my name is Supreme Spectre, and today I'm going to be talking to you about something random. Uh, but I'm going to be showing it to you through solo games if I choose to, because recently I got got 3 straight win of solo games. I could have got a fourth one, but I decided to be completely stupid, and then I didn't win another game afterwards, I think. Or I think I won another one, but I had the streak going from the first time I got on. But anyway, this is a pretty good game, so I wanted to choose this one. This is the last one in this series, maybe. But I wanted to choose this one because it was a pretty cool game. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about friends. But a specific type of friend, as in those type of friends that don't want you to play with anybody else. The type of friends that you kind of despise in their nature. You wish they wouldn't act a certain way they did, because it almost feels like you're only allowed to play with them and them only. Now to those friends in question. Why do you do that? If you know that you have a friend secured in a bag, and you know that friend is gonna be there with you straight to the end, guys. This is unscripted. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. So I'm gonna generate ideas as I go along at the same time. But yeah, if you have a friend that you know that's gonna be real and stuff like that, why do you make it seem like they can't play with anybody else? Like, it's unprecedented, and that's not real friendship. It's like you're being controlling in a way. And if you ever have any problem with that, all you really gotta do is just wait around and see when they do decide to talk to you. Because the only thing that should really matter in a friendship is the caring part and knowing that you exist and still is there in some sense. It shouldn't matter how long it takes for a person to talk to you. The only thing that really does matter is that that person talk to you. It shouldn't be a thing where you have to talk to them every single day consistently, and it's like a job, but every interaction is meaningless, at least to the person that gets spammed every single day. And I have the same type of thing with my parents in a way, and some friends that I talk to. Cause with me, I never for the parents side, which is basically almost the same thing as the friend side. With the parents, I never truly had that type of thing where I would talk to my parents about stuff or talk to them about anything. To be honest, I never really talked to them. And I don't live with my dad, I live with my mom because my dad was away and stuff like that. And I only knew when I was 11. So that, and a general, kid to adult or teen will be like, hey, I haven't seen you for 11 years, and I demand all your attention, run your pockets and stuff like that. And it'll be other crazy stuff too, be abandonment and stuff like that. And I didn't do that. And it's not like it should be done. It shouldn't be done. The only thing that matters is that you have a dad, because not everybody has a dad. And so yeah, I didn't necessarily crave attention from a lot of people, stuff like that, because if you get spammed every day, it's not gonna mean anything. But if you get hit up every once in a while, especially in those long periods, sometimes not too long, not like 3 years, I think 3 years is like pushing it. But like, in like a couple days to months to weeks to maybe even a month, if they still find the time to reach out to you, that means that, you know, they're a real one. Stuff like that. And hold on, I'm still thinking while I'm processing this whole information. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. I know you kind of got off the whole premise of the friend thing, but we're gonna go back to it eventually. But yeah, uh, so I have a thing with my grandma where she pays my phone bill, stuff like that, and she gets mad at me when I don't call her consistently. And I was like, I kind of never really, well, I wasn't like anything actually. This is just me in my head. I never really felt, you know, compelled to talk to anybody. I usually just talk. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so I never really do feel compelled to talk to people. In ways, it's usually like I'll let them, like, you know, talk to me, and I'll be ready to talk if they wanted to talk to me. But I usually mostly talk to my friends more because, like, you know, I connect with my friends and, you know, we bond together and stuff like that. And to my friends that are watching this video, you know who you are. But yeah, usually my friends know a lot more about me than my relatives will ever know, because like it's just something about like the friends that I have that I can tell them basically anything, and I know they can hold this information and they won't, you know, do anything drastic with the information like other like relatives and other people will. And like there's just a lot of trust there where I know like I can just tell them stuff and they'll understand where I'm coming from, while also giving their own advice about certain things. But it's always a package unit at the end of the day. With parents, it's kind of hard to do that with. Well, at least with mine. I can't really be completely open with my parents and stuff like that because they won't understand me. They don't really get me much like my friends would. My friends go through the basic stuff that I would normally go through and stuff like that. But like my friends don't know everything about me though. They don't like get me, my bad. They don't get me completely, but I could say they're like especially the closest ones, they could be around like, I don't know, maybe 90 to 80 or 70% there, while everybody else is sitting at low 30s. I don't know. For me, it's kind of hard for people to like get me in my logic in some cases. Like, sure, they can like speculate what I am in some sense. And I'm talking about everybody in this sense. Like, sometimes they can, like, you know, speculate who I truly am in some sense. And they can, like, look at my actions and say, oh, this guy's a good person. Oh, this guy's a bad person. Oh, this guy's a complete dummy. And I usually don't comment on the dummy parts or the good behavior, bad behavior parts. I'm not. Sometimes I'll comment on the good stuff, you know, because who doesn't like to be, who doesn't like when people say that they're doing good stuff, you know? But as a whole, I don't really, you know, do a lot of stuff. I just let the actions flow and people receive them how they perceive them. Sometimes I feel like there is some criticism that needs to be had by me, and then I will do so. but with the utmost respect that I can give, you know. Man, this stuff has gone off topic. But yeah. So I was like telling my grandma about the whole, you know, me not calling her a lot stuff when she pays my phone bill. But look at this shot. Crazy shot, right? I mean, I know it's not crazy, but it's pretty cool. I wanted to show that in the video because it was pretty cool. So this is the right moment for it. But anyway. Yeah, she was feeling some type of way. And I was like, so grandma, would you like me to call you every single day? Because if I just sit there and just call you every single day, where's the meaning? It won't mean anything. It's just like I'm just calling you just because at this point. And she kind of understood what I said in some sense. But like, I don't know like if it was all there or not. I'll never really know. And it sucks because like in reality, I don't really talk much. So when I do talk, there's a good chance that you'll get a chance to learn something about me in some sense. Hopefully you get the right idea when I'm talking. But other times I wouldn't talk because like I never feel compelled to talk unless someone wanted to talk to me. I mean, it's different for some of my friends. Some of my friends I actually like to you know, talk to a lot in some sense. Yeah, I care about them a lot. But everybody else, I don't really feel compelled to. And it's just how it is with me though. Like, I know like you should talk a lot, you know, so people can get to know you more and stuff, but like, I don't know. And then it sucks worse when you don't talk. It's like they don't know what you know or what you don't know. They will only assume what you know. And in most cases when stuff like that happens, I just live with the fact that they said that and just keep moving. Because like, the last thing I want is someone's words about what they said to me. The last thing I want is for those words to, like, you know, hinder my focus on what I'm supposed to do. Like, sure, I keep them in mind, but I don't hold them to a thread like that. But I guess we can stop talking about that specific thing, because I have like another thing I would like to talk about, you know. So moving away from like, you know, the controlling friends stuff, because I don't think that topic was really going anywhere, to be honest. Well, I want to talk about something, you know, that has more thickness to it. As in, when you and your friend or friends reach a point where you guys had a big argument or some type of argument that was either one-sided or both-sided, and either one of you or both of you decided to say something that could be deemed hurtful, or say something that you didn't mean to say, and stuff like that. At that critical point is when true colors start to show, and is at that moment when you really test how thick the friendship really is, you know. Now, for some people, or some hot-headed people in some sense, they would, like, you know, once the argument happens like that, most times both of the people will start saying stuff back, and it'll completely squash the friendship like a pumpkin with a mallet, and you guys will be done with each other. But there is another thing that can happen where they do argue still, but after that whole thing is done, they come back eventually because they miss each other's company and stuff like that. And then there is another thing where usually with me, it's when someone like would argue with me, I wouldn't. What I mean, like when I was younger, I would, but as I grew up and learned like more stuff, I wouldn't do it because like if you have a friendship that means the world to you, or a closer than friendship that means the world to you, you wouldn't normally, like, especially if your whole intent wasn't to, have a whole argument about something random, especially because like the random stuff be like could be something so stupid that it shouldn't even be argued about. But yeah, usually with me, I wouldn't like nowadays wouldn't like, argue when it comes to someone arguing with me. Most times I'll usually like laugh at it, or I would just like, not not say anything out of pocket or try to, calm the person down, because I don't want like, things to dang, I got hit hard. I don't want things to like get out of hand and stuff like that. And I don't want to say anything wrong to the person because I care about the friendship or close to the friendship that I have with that one person or many people. And for you audience, if you ever have like a person that means the world to you and you guys get into an argument, the worst thing you could do is have a whole argument back and say some things that you shouldn't have said. And I'm not saying like the other person that said things that they should have never said is okay. Like it definitely isn't okay. And if you feel, bad about it in some sense, you're entitled to feel bad. It's just that if you still know that this friendship is real and everything that happened up to this point was real, then you wouldn't like, hold a grudge over that person. You would like, give it time, because apparently that person wasn't feeling it at that moment, or you did something wrong and that person, is really feeling it right now because of your actions. Sure, it can be a misunderstanding and it could be something else. You don't know yet, and you will never know until you figure out what actually happened. And this is where another factor comes in when it comes to being a friend, is you have to be understanding. You have to take the time to understand where the other person is coming from. If you don't understand where the other person is coming from, you're not gonna, think about how they might feel about everything. You're just gonna be thinking about your motives and your goals and how you want things to be done, instead of having, I can't believe I let those minis. You are going to be only thinking about how you feel about everything instead of how another person feels. And with a friendship, or closer than friendship, basically when I say friendship, think of closer than friendship at the same time. Yeah, whenever you're in a friendship, you're supposed to have a camaraderie of both people collaborating on two things or all things. It's not just like a one-sided thing where one person has to listen to what the other person is saying and stuff like that. That's what real friendship is. And then like when you're in an argument, you automatically know that there's going to be something wrong. You need to figure out what happened. You need to find the time to actually be able to talk to the person and find out what happened. It may take a while before you can actually talk to the person again, but if that person truly cares about the whole thing, they'll come back and you'll have your shot to, make things right again. That's been Supreme Spectre talking about something random, and I'll see you guys in the next video.